some iron. Let's see if that's it. And some iron armor that Seth has already put on. And apparently a wooden shovel.
Rixiot is using pumpkins at the moment to use as blocks for stepping on. You're given a very interesting assortment of blocks in this map.
Looks like Seth Bling has finally gotten access to supplies in the lower lane.
Yeah.
He's now fully armored up with iron armor.
Multiple stacks of ladders. I'm interested to see how they are going to use those.
Yeah, there should be about 2.5 stacks of ladders, 2.5 or 3, and if they do the same as last night, there'll be 3 or 4 stacks of blocks. And he used them all over the place, getting back and forth. Seth was their isolated lane runner yesterday.
Yeah, it looks like that strategy may be better in the long run than the one that Jakash is using with the water, because he's already been flushed out at least once, if not twice. And that causes you to have to suicide.
Right, and the nice thing about the ladders are they're good coming and going versus the water, which is a pretty decent pace going down, but really slow climbing back up.
Now, one thing the Redstoners have been talking about amongst their team that they are focused firing on Jakash because their reasoning is that no matter what the team does above ground, if they're stopping the wool guy from getting to any kind of progress, they will still come out.
Exactly.
You know, like they'll have the most progress as long as they hold them back.
Because this is a very symbiotic lane. You have to work together. One button push, the next one can collect. It's a very receiver and pass around.
Yeah, because they not only need to make it to the wool button, they actually have to make it out with the wool.
Right. So whereas the top pushes the button, the bottom has to be there to catch. And like in the case of blue wool, you have to put blocks under there or it just drops to the void. Looks like Traslander is collecting a bunch of iron blocks.
So it looks like Tree is heading back towards the Ice Mountains section. Curious to see what he is going to do.
Alright, and Sugoi is back to the front. It looks like he has taken a whole lot, trying to like collect some blocks, etc. He's back at the house. I'm not really sure where he's heading forward now. The bread. And Rixiot's back at the house too. Looks like we may have another cannon being set up. Alright, Jakash is starting to put down protections. Looks like Rix may be helping pass things over. It's really smart if they can keep their isolated runner trapped, then they're right. They can't make any progress.
So it looks like Tree is tunneling through some netherrack. Looks like he may be trying to circumvent some of these mobs.
And preparing for the button push for third wool. Not seeing any evidence that third wool's been touched on the Whiskey Brigade side yet. There is a lot of navigating back and forth in this. Now, looks like Redstoners are trying to get all of their infrastructure in place to facilitate running, later on.
Looks like that these cannons are built out of lapis, a noble block deserving of containing explosions.
Disco is full on fire. PvP.
Yeah, it looks like both Disco and Etho are on PvP duty. Tree seems to be running back and forth getting supplies, and I assume Seth is still on the lower lane, progressing towards whatever wolves he needs to progress towards.
Well, I'm still not seeing anything on Yellow Wool as far as a bridge across. You've got to bridge across to be able to get up in a little gap of bedrock. And of course, face the beautiful 3 creeper spawner fountain.
Actually, where
So
is
neither
Seth?
team has that.
Let's see if we can track him down.
He is putting his ladders down, setting up.
Ah, there he is.
Yeah, setting up.
Yeah, I'm curious to see if the cannon that is in the bread house is going to get fired here, because it could easily destroy all of those ladders. But I don't think they notice.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you have to kind of see. I mean, you can see where he's at from their side. You know, clearly right there. That doesn't mean that they're in any kind of a position to do that. Where's Rick's at?
Last I saw him, he was just past the... bread
He's
house.
going for diamond. He's going for diamond. He is tunneling his way to that tip of that mountain. He's either going to go up or he's going for diamond, but he's in full iron. Busting into the little bit of supplies right there.
Hello.
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 Yeah, just listen to the 2 teams. Apparently that whole Jakash thing is it's kind of their strategy. They want them shooting at Jakash.
Curious. Have they managed to slip anyone
He's
else
kind
down
of a
there?
decoy. They aren't really worried about slipping anyone else down there. I think what they're doing is working on solidifying their control of the top lane.
So they're just going to
And
secure
getting
all of the
supplies.
buttons and then just do one final well done run.
That's what it sounds like.
So essentially the 2 teams have gone for opposite strategies, whereas the Redstoners are securing their bottom lane strategy to work through to the catch. The Whiskey Brigade are trying to solidify the buttons.
And one of the things that Segoy, actually on the Whiskey Brigade team, has mic problems and has not been able to communicate with them directly. So they're basically working, without that kind of communication.
Ick.
Oh, that's
But
difficult.
they seem to be okay from our viewpoints. Seem to be holding their own.
FV Disco does seem to be making a push towards the Yellow Wool now, and he is in full diamond, although he's getting some shots from Jakash. He's back up to where the spider spawner was. Of course, Etho took care of that, so Disco is free to continue on.
Looks like Seth is still continuing on cautiously, though.
Yeah, he's building a defensive barrier, and I don't think anyone has tried to shoot at him.
No, he's just continuing on all those ladders. That's part of what they used the shears for in the beginning, was to collect the wood quickly to make a mass of ladders. Tree and Seth surprisingly close right now.
Now, they are still in separate lanes, though, aren't they, right now?
Yes, they are.
That's so weird.
Yep, they are still completely isolated. This is one of the places that you could do that pass around, because it's just that one thick obsidian there, or bedrock. Seth putting down a barrier for the hole there to try to keep from getting any arrows through to him. And more cannon. Tree is setting up a cannon at the edge where the tree was with the snow. Opening up their tree a bit.
And he took out a bed. I'm not sure if it was
Yeah.
a...
Yep.
And it's just as the sun is rising?
Ooh,
It's
that's
setting.
definitely gone now.
Oh, it's just setting.
I think it's just setting. And Rixiot was right there. He's returned. Looks like he did clear out a lot of the diamond, and he has returned down just in time to get the cannon fire. Really kind of make just a leap across there, not affecting them too much other than of course the loss of that bed. And here comes another. Made a secondary one a little bit further on. That did take out a chest they had there. It splatted all of the ingredients. So he's going back and forth between the two right now.
Seth has reached the snow and ice section. He's making good progress towards the... It looks like this would be the blue wool that he's going for, right?
Yes, that would be the blue. Looks like Try is making a... not Try, excuse me. FV Disco is making his push for the yellow. And Jakash... Oh, excuse me, Sugoi? Yes, Sugoi is in virtually the same position directly across. They have chosen to, instead of bridge down below, to pillar up and then just have their head along the bedrock wall underneath to get across.
Ah, I see. That'll be really hard to hit with a cannon. Another area using sandstone, which has very low resistance.
FV Disco is peeking out, judging if he can get a shot. Looks like Sugoi's about to come up, and he's broke through right at the chest. So both teams are very close to having the yellow button push. Now for the yellow, you actually have 5 minutes for the isolated lane to go and collect it once you push the button. It will land safely. It's not going to straight fall to the void like blue will. Oh! Tree has yet another cannon on top of the loaf. And that one shot true. Took out the top layer of the house. And the inside.
Yeah, they don't really seem to have very many supplies in there, so it's not that big of a deal, but it is taking their cannon out of commission if he can maybe get one more good shot on it. Actually, no, he's taking out the plates as well.
Looks like Etho has used the pistons as well, just as pure blocks. Alright, we have Sugoi in the full butter armor. He is at the creeper fountain and just pillaring straight up, taking some shot. He's just broke the sign. He's using leaves to protect and to climb on.
And he looks like he's in a relatively safe spot now from arrow fire. And
now he's got to go straight up.
Jakash is in place, so he should be able to push the button.
So he's go straight up, push the button, there it is. Jakash is protected to receive.
It'd be interesting to see if he tries to pass around to maybe the lower section here, so that they can both get their hands on some wool, because they could probably push some down to near the creeper fountain.
However, Disco looks like he was already up as well. Unless he was killed right there, I believe Disco was already up as well. It does show him falling out of the world, but he does have a pillar here. He may have been shot off just before he could get in. It's hard to judge whether they actually got to push the button or not.
Or hopped off to intentionally respawn.
Exactly. Oh, Seth getting some arrow fire. A lot of arrow fire. Disco is back. He's on the upper lane. He's in full diamond and iron. Etho's in full diamond and trying to shoot back. That means they do have Disco back as their another PvP shooter if he has in fact done his job with yellow. Trees back in the snow. Rixiot taking up a sniper position as well. He is trying to harass Tree right now, but having a bit of spider trouble. Looks like he is traveling and then poking out to shoot and travel some more.
Seth has picked up Blua.
So he was in place. That means Tree was just able to get the button pushed. He had his blocks in place. So we know Whiskey Brigade has yellow. It's potential that Redstoners have yellow. Oh! That was beautiful. Translander just set off a cannon, which took out all of this stacked up sand where the TNT stud is. He triggered it.
Trap.
Yep. Which will of course make it a little bit difficult. Seth looks like he has a bed here in the snow area. That will make it difficult for Seth to come back. Certainly not impossible. It didn't look like he did a lot of damage to the ladders.
Actually, the sand may not be as big of a problem as you would think, because the way Seth built his protective barrier will have a sort of channel in it that you should be able to walk through, and only have to just get rid of maybe half a dozen blocks of sand.
Exactly. It looks like most of the ladders are in place. There's just a few blocks to deal with and come back over. Not too bad. And he's going to have to deal with that now. Yeah, just a few blocks. FB Disco is back at yellow, so he actually did not get to push the button. He fell out of the world prematurely. He is under fire. That's the last block to clear if he can pillar up. Heavy fire.
Nothing but him in diamond pants. Ooh, that's
Ooh.
unfortunate.
This is a very, very difficult position because all of his beautiful stuff is here and he's got to come all the way back and traverse this again.
Yeah, and he actually had a bunch of iron and butter supplies on him, but didn't have time to put them on.
This is a difficult position, and I feel for him because I had to get up through yellow multiple times yesterday. It is not easy when you've got the PvP and you've got all those mobs right there. Jakash is making his progress down here as well. Full diamond for Jakash. Riding the water.
Yeah, Seth is in place. He's placed some blue down. He's waiting for the go-ahead to see if he can go up and grab the yellow, but with Disco being killed, it's going to take a little bit of time.
I'm curious if they are preparing for red then, and they may just push ahead to try to get red while Disco comes back.
Sounds like another cannon's going off. Ooh. They're aiming for
Where?
Seth with that cannon. He's now has some water pouring over his head.
The water definitely makes it difficult to not get caught up in it. You already saw Jakash get sucked off a couple of times.
Yeah, and he was shot by an arrow into some of those cobwebs.
Okay, FV Disco is continuing to work his way down. If I am not mistaken, he has an arrow in his hand and not a pick. He is breaking sandstone, which means he must have enough blocks that he feels comfortable with his pillar. Or they're just trying to rush it, get back to their supplies. But a very naked FV Disco is making his way back down.
No evidence that Whiskey Brigade has grabbed the blue wool yet. Let's take a look at red. No evidence for red either for either team.
I'm not sure if they're going to continue harassing FV or not. He's not really getting shot at all right now. Yes, he's out of blocks. He's actually collecting sand to be able to make his stairway up into his, or pillar up into his little hidey hole up here.
Oh, another cannon went off.
Whoa! And again.
Looks like they may be aiming for their pass
Not-
around chest.
Yeah, really not done a whole lot yet. Here goes another.
Too short on the timing on that last one. But Seth has come up. Instead of waiting down there, might be trying to get a couple kills.
Yeah, he's taking aim.
This cannon is actually pretty interesting. The lower shot is timed differently, so it's sort of skipping up and hitting things. A fairly interesting pattern.
They did get some supply cannons. Looks like Ethos over here trying to gather things. Now this will make it difficult for... it'll make it slightly more difficult for when FE Disco has to make his way out again, but not really too bad.
Man, this is intense PvP.
This cow, or this cannon is made of cow. If there's supposed to be a water source block, there's just a cow.
Sugoi was actually able to rejoin their conversation, by the way.
Excellent.
Oh, good.
Yeah. A while back, actually. I'm just not getting back in here.
Now Tree is in iron pants, and all the way back at the beginning, he's climbing up and down these initial sandstone towers. I don't know if they were supplies that they had left, or if he's specifically looking for something. Looks like Etho is still stationed next to Cannon and trying to provide any PvP. Trying to get a shot on Rixiat over here. Getting a few hits on him. Rixiat is in full diamond as well. And loading up his cannon.
Looks like Seth is parking some blue wool around, but it's still in range of that cannon.
Did you see that? That was a booster
Another
shot in
cow.
midair.
Yeah, this cannon is pretty interesting if they time it right.
A little wild,
that
but
is a
works.
fairly delicate sandstone bridge here. A couple good hits with that could make it much more difficult to cross. Though they also risked killing all the creepers, which could help them out, because they could just blitz it.
And it is confirmed, Disco was able to pillar straight up. The pillar is still there.
Oh, he was getting stressed out about that too.
Yeah, this is the hardest wall to actually run for the upper. The light is on, that means yellow has been pushed. Seth just has to recover it.
And he just grabbed it.
And he's just got it.
I just heard the item pickup sound.
Yep,
Plop, plop.
Disco is coming down. Has recovered their iron and diamond. Looks like he's going to try to grab some supplies and make his way out.
So the Redstoners still need to focus on, or just need to focus on red, while it
Red.
looks like Whiskey Brigade still hasn't made it to blue. Well, they're pressing the button for blue. I see some blue wool falling, but there's no one there to catch it. Just falls into the void.
Yeah, if they don't have the blocks preset, then it's just lost. Oh, three-way fight between Rixiot, Etho, Jakash. Yep, Seth has dropped a couple of yellow and a couple of blue. He's also adding to the firefight. Looks like Tree is setting up another cannon. And it's about to go.
That is their pass around point. They do have their chest mostly in water, though. I don't know how much damage it will do. There's one chest that is exposed, though. There does not be anything of consequence in it, really, besides some iron.
If it wasn't for the obsidian, Traslander probably would have been killed in that blow. Jakash definitely taking a pounding. Rixiot in full diamond is holding out okay. Where is Segoy?
I'm watching Singoy. He is sort of in the snow icy section. But on the upper level, not on the lower level, which is where they need to be.
Because if they don't go to the lower to put some blocks down, he can be there and push from here to next year, and it's not going to do them any good.
But they do have it secured, so the upper level at least. So if they can get someone down there, they can get it quickly.
And interestingly, we've got, Tree doing the cannon fire, etc. I'm not sure if he just feels like he's set up to come down here and push the button for, for the red, or if they are gonna just do it when Seth is ready. Ooh, Etho left. I'm assuming that's just a real quick...
One would hope.
This is the button that they actually have to push all the way down here at the throne. It's an interesting dynamic here to work with these two lanes in the same lane. Etho back at the farm. Working his way over, checking for supplies. They're probably looking for arrows and bows desperately. FV Disco in danger of drowning. He was taking damage. He did make it all the way back up, so they do still have those diamond iron supplies. Now that is very good because there are a lot of bows and arrows down below. So hopefully he was able to secure those and bring them back up as well.
Space Raptors. Lost track of Seth. I assume he's still going to stay on the lower level and try to run red.
They did not. Because of the strategy of climbing up at the bedrock level, he actually never made it down here. The gravel is still in place. That means the diamond enchanted sword and their bows, arrows, and iron swords and food and torches were never touched down here. Effie Disco's all the way up, so unless they get really desperate, I doubt they're going to go back down to yellow to collect those things.
What science is this? There we go, I found Seth.
Yeah, me too.
Looks like he's lighting up the way towards the red wool.
And he's, guess, kind of opposite though, isn't he? Coming backwards.
He might be missing some sort of supplies necessary for the run.
Yeah, he may be needing something.
He seems to have parked himself at a crafting bench, which makes me think ladders. And a bed.
Probably has plenty of string to make one.
Or wool, I mean.
Or they could have had one in the past round, yeah. Alright, Jakash is choosing to break the ice to form the water to kind of ride down at the backside here of the snow. They might be ready to set up. Yes, he's placing block. He is ready to set up to collect the wool and not have it fall into the void. Rixiot has set up all the way in the nether.
Yeah, that may be their, you said their plan was to secure the upper levels. And if they can easily get the blue wool here, they may be able to get the red faster than the Redstoners.
Yeah, it looks like he is setting that up.
I do see lava pouring over the edge, which indicates that they have made some kind of progress towards the red button.
Yeah, actually Rixiot is digging through those gold blocks right now and is facing the drop down. Looks like he's choosing to do so with just making himself a spiral. Oh!
I saw that. Some creeper troubles.
He made that drop, and I thought he might be trying to do a ladder drop and throw something out, but there's a creeper at the bottom. All that beautiful stuff.
I can see it. Diamond equipment. Lapis.
Beautiful stuff. That's a painful.
Pieces of cows, redstone, all of that.
Beautiful bits. Disco and Tree. Looks like they're exchanging some weaponry. Way back at the remains of their barn loaf pancake house. Seth is looking for PvP. He's kind of got his bow. He's parked right back here. I think he's just looking for a shot while he may have all of his infrastructure ready and just be waiting for the team on red. Looked over, as you said, he was waiting for the pass around. That could be what Disco was doing. Getting what he needed passed over for Tree to pass at. Yep, there it is. They've accessed the chest. So it really comes down to blue and red, and blue is in the process of being secured by Whiskey.
Looks like Seth is finally advancing down his tunnel towards red.
And blue is probably successfully recovered for Whiskey Brigade. They do have all the blocks in place to collect it.
Yeah, it could end up being that Rixiot splat there may end up being something that delays them just too much.
Yeah, I was just thinking that is going to really come into play right now.
Seth is heading down the ladder. Hopefully he puts a block down.
Alright, Jakash having some troubles. He's actually collecting all the snowballs. He may have put TNT down himself just for the block entities to make. He took the time to stop and scoot back and forth collecting them. Seth has just destroyed the block, or the sign, that points to,
I never liked that sign anyway.
to the wall. Yeah, or to freedom. Sign's gone now.
And this ascent here is pretty obnoxious, being full of ice blocks and snow blocks, and extremely exposed to enemy fire.
Indeed. Not to mention all of the mobs. When I got a little tour of this with last username, one of the map makers, I kept hearing, well, as long as you take care of the snow stuff in the day, it's really not too bad. And that is so true, but if you can't, then you've got to deal with all the mobs too.
His approach here is actually a little slower than it could be. He could go all the way up and stand on top of the ladders and then punch through, and that would go a little bit faster.
Looks like Etho and Tree are kind of in the same position, but Tree has no armor whatsoever. Effie Disco is still looking good in his diamond panties and iron, but definitely getting arrows all over.
See if Rixiot managed to get back down and recover some supplies.
And Tree is setting off another cannon. Opening up their snow area, and again,
Rixiot blew up again, this time at the sort of little fake water portal thingy.
oh no.
I'm not sure if that was somehow related to creepers or this TNT cannon that's firing.
And they are just continuing to pummel this. I mean, there's...
Yeah, they're digging a hole through the middle
Yeah,
of their
they're-
lane.
digging a hole. And of course, that exposes everybody. Here's Rixiot again, pushing his way back, about to hit the hole.
Let's see how Seth is doing here.
Charge pass. Looks like he might have taken an arrow or two. Tons of arrows behind him, and he is making the push. Right now, it definitely feels like the push is for red. Both teams know it. Rixiot shot by Etho. But of course, Tree shot by Segoy.
Seth is still heading through. He's now in the iron bar section.
Traz and Etho are in an absolute firefight, just shifting back and forth. Oh! Oh, Traz almost got knocked off the world there. At least not backwards. And this very, very skinny lane, 5 wide, is very easy to get thrown off.
Yeah, during the construction phase, they were going to have it be 3 wide.
Yeah, I know. I popped in there to help look at it. I'm like, are you kidding? You know, you're playing... You couldn't hardly get past just cattle and... Oh, Ricks. Cattle and mobs. You're doing the hokey pokey just to shift through the lane. Let alone PvP fire. Rix has gathered a diamond shovel. We actually have Segoy, Traz, and Rix all on top now.
Seth is being super sneaky right now.
I've noticed that he is not being engaged by the enemy.
Mm-hmm. And they are already talking about setting up a pathway to the Victory Monument.
And yeah, that is one feature of this map. The Victory Monument is high in the sky. The Victory Monument.
You have to get to it. And Seth's setting up his ladders.
Some of the ladders there, he's just making use of them.
Right here is where Rick's would have been set up to really harass, and there's just nobody here yet. Having a real hard time getting back.
Yeah, this has been really good. It's been pretty back and forth. You're not really sure who's ahead of who, but they've all been playing really, really well.
No one is really making a push topside to hit that button for Seth. They could be waiting for him to be in full position. They are all inching as a group towards the nether.
He is almost in position.
Looks like Tree is making his way over right now.
Yeah, they were talking about a few minutes ago about having someone head that way. I don't know how hard it is to get to that button from the top side, but it's probably going to be easier for them versus Seth.
Well, I'll tell you, it looks like from the block placement, etc., and we already saw Tree earlier, he's already been over there once before, so he's got, you know, the way set. Rixiot with his diamond shovel clearing out snow very, very quickly.
I do see Tree here, but he is under enemy fire.
Rix
They
is
just
taking
realize
out
that
the
they
water.
have something to defend now. With no armor, he is a prime target too.
I wonder if his stuff managed to, or it despawned, most likely. It looks like it. All those lovely goodies.
Yeah, he took a lot of deaths trying to get back. They're all gone.
Oh, but it too, he's got two skeletons on him. He had to actually use TNT to stop them. He is in trouble.
Ouch.
Now, is there still a blaze spawner in this area?
No, they removed the blaze.
Oh, so they decided to be less mean?
by a fraction, apparently.
Yeah, but it to you, Tree is most likely holding up while he gets some health back right now. He is approaching this fortress with basically no armor.
And it looks like Seth is in position.
Yep, he's just playing a waiting game. He might try to take a couple
Yeah.
shots at anyone trying to get to the red button.
Yeah, he does have his bow out. It looks like he is trying to defend it. Rixiot also, he's in butter armor. Working his way back to try to get to where he already had been. A lot of beautiful parkour little jumps there. There we go, block placed. He's continuing on his spiral. Oh, Rix took out Tree. He's having to run back from the beginning.
Ooh.
I was looking for Tree, and he is all the way back. He's making his run. Disco is shortly behind him. They're giving arrow fire, but that means Seth is waiting. That does give Whiskey Brigade the opportunity. Close some of that gap.
Seth is trying to hit Rixia, and he is getting close.
Looks like Etho is closer, and he is coming up the path that Tree had taken. Whether it is to be in a position to shoot, where was that? Was that Creeper?
I didn't hear any explosions.
That must have just been a Creeper over here. So the question is Etho going to go forward and push the button, or is he just here to give some cover fire? Sugoi is certainly giving him fire, and he is making a push. Taking out the skeletons that Tree had to block off. And he is in. He's pretty much where Tree died the last time.
And he's taking pot shots at Rixiot.
Looks like Disco and Sugoi are in a bit of nope, Traslander are in a bit of an arrow fight. Traslander is moving forward though.
It looks like Rixiot is somewhat pinned down by Etho and the skeleton spawner.
Etho officially at the spot that Tree died. Does not have inventory space to gather his stuff, it looks like, but took some arrow fire to find that out. Dropping unimportant bit.
Actually, it looks like he picked up the ladder, so he may be trying to make a run on it himself.
Yeah, the funny thing is, this is the last moment, this is the wool, but they still have to get all of these wools up to that monument. So there's, even if one person gets the wool first, it's still anybody's guess until they actually get it to the monument.
Let's see if there's any sort of preparations for that. I don't see any.
Didn't
but the
look like it.
Redstoners will probably still have plenty of blocks left from their massive excavation. They could probably just pillar up and drop some water down.
Alright, Etho has built a 3-high wall, so he's going to break through the gold now, and then it's just a matter of descending down, down, down to get the button push. Not as easy as it seems.
Rixiot has managed to take out that skeleton spawner that was giving him trouble. There are still a couple of stragglers around. And then the creeper spawner to deal with.
Sugoi and Rix in positioning to take care of some shots. Etho is doing a ladder drop. Under full fire from not only the skeleton spawners, but of course Rixiot
Rixiot
and
seems
company.
to be having his own issues there for a bit before moving on to... Ooh.
That hurts.
Both of you guys at the same time grimacing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And at the button push throne is all of this. Meanwhile, Seth is trapped in the box. He has broken off some glass, and he is helping with the PvP.
He is down to probably like 4 arrows, though.
Rixiot fully sympathized.
Maybe if he can get the enemies to shoot at him, he could pick up their arrows.
Yeah, Rixiot saw it. A little bit of team sympathy there. Me too, Etho, man.
Rixiot's
So we've
all
got the
bro, I know how you
Runners are both
feel.
fighting it out right now. Jakash and Seth Bling, and I bet Seth Bling just ran out of arrows. He might have 1 left. Nope. Nope, there he cocked 1 back.
Yeah, but they're both,
He's mainly trying to use those strategically to try to like dissuade them from pushing forward recklessly. They have both said it's a race at this point.
Traslander is working his way up to the UFO.
Interesting. So they may be trying to secure the path out, or maybe trying to build a cannon to damage the Victory Monument.
Or even collect some... I believe there are cannon supplies in the UFO as well. But that is where he is right now.
Who's
Traslander.
that? Oh
He's
yeah,
got
they
those
were talking about
shears
getting
out.
hold of Ender Pearls.
The Enderman spawner's up here. There are a couple of Enderman spawner. You can use TNT to kill them and try to get some pearls. Or, of course, risk killing them manually, but there are a ton of other mobs, too, while he's trying to get at this. Etho down by
Okay, yeah.
Segola.
Etho was taken out while trying to recover his gear, I imagine.
Rixiat has dropped down another tier and now is dealing with this creeper spawner. Fortunately, creepers don't shoot back.
FV is now, FV Disco is actually now at the point to try to come up. He may be trying to make the push to push the button as well.
I'm fairly sure I just saw Seth Bling throw a snowball.
Use what you have.
Nope, he has come back.
That's probably a very good sign that he is out of arrows.
Whoa! Tree is making a path to the Victory Monument. He is making a protected stairway up to the Victory Monument right now. That could be a huge advantage if they already have this in place.
It also
Of
allows
course.
them to get on the moon and snipe anyone who tries to come up from a very good position.
Exactly, exactly. Of course, if they end up getting the Ender Pearls taken care of, that could be something too. But to actually get that, now I know both members of this team, of these different teams, were practicing with Ender Pearls to make that that landing, but it is not an easy target.
And Rixiat seems to be mostly out of blocks because he's harvesting from around him to try to get down. Or around himself to try to get down.
Tree's made a 90-degree turn and is heading right back into, actually a 180-degree turn. He's heading right back into his himself. Yeah, he's just working a spiral all the way up. Etho has made good progress.
Seth is throwing some more snowballs at Rixiat. Ooh,
Oh.
and Etho got creepered, it looks like.
Yeah, no lights have been put down at all. It could be trying
Rixiat
to...
is almost to the button. He just has 5-ish creepers to clear out.
Wow. I'm not sure if it's a strategic thing, or if they're out of arrows, or if they're just trying to focus on others, but... Yeah, he was working his way down, and he was in the butter armor. All of his things, Ethos things, are still down here for the moment.
Rixiat is pushing the button.
Yes, he's in.
And looks like Chikash hasn't fallen back yet to pick anything up, but looks like he may do so soon. I see Red Wool.
Yep. They've got 5 minutes to get in there collected. He's continuing to hit the button. He's going to stack up plenty. Looks like Chikash has recovered it.
Now they just need to get it up top. Which
And
is...
to confirm, yellow and blue are down here. Yes, easier said than done, indeed.
Looks like he's collecting a large number of Red Wool blocks.
Well, right now, this team is going to be, no matter how serious they are, right now this team is taking a moment to just, they've got it. They've got red, 1, 2, 3.
I think Tree just tried to do a ladder drop on top of the button and missed. And didn't finish his stairwell all the way up to the Victory Monument.
Well, they may be realizing how, as you know, as they light up, as they clear, how methodical this is being done. They can see Red Wool is taken. Now they're going to have to shift focus on protecting it.
I see some Endermen spazzing out, indicating they may be getting attacked. Yeah, Traz is hitting Enderman and trying to kill him, I think.
And just took out Tree.
But he's definitely intentionally engaging the Enderman. I don't know how many Ender Pearls he has, if any.
There's a regular zombie conga line coming up to their victory monument path.
If I remember right, the Ender Pearl drop rate is about 50%.
FV Disco is over here with bow in hand, going to try to give some fight. Sugoi being careful to protect himself, pulled out the wooden pick to clear the way.
Yeah, Seth is still in his red wool box, waiting for someone from his team to be able to hit that button. Etho is close.
He's walled himself in, and look at all the arrows right over his head. Possibly needed to just recover. He's right there. If he can get a ladder drop, they're going to be able to get in here, but there are a lot of mobs waiting. Not as bad as all the creepers that Whiskey Brigade had, though.
Let's see Jakash pillaring out using massive amounts of red wool. He's almost to the pass-around point.
Up! Try is in. Tree is in. He's just pushed the button.
Hopefully it's enough.
Zombie got it.
So this could come down to...
Zombie got it.
This could come down to the run back.
At least 3 pieces of red wool did drop before Seth is heading out.
Yeah, looks like he's springing out. It does look like Seth prepared his way back a lot cleaner, but Jakash is already to the pass-around point.
Ahead. Etho is going to just pillar his way out as well.
So this bridge may be the deciding factor, this spiral staircase. If they can get up here, and if their Ender Pearls sort of miss, and they have someone up here to snipe them off before they can put anything down, this could be their victory path. But they really just need to get somebody up here.
I just caught a whole series of snowballs being chucked over. I believe Jakash just threw a series of snowballs across the other lane. Rixiat and Jakash are here. Oh, he's got troubles with mobs, but looks like he's taking them out. Pass around has probably taken place. I can hear them opening the chest back and forth.
Looks like Tree is headed up to the UFO, which I find curious.
Since they already have so much of their spiral in place? Perhaps he's going to go for some Ender Pearls as a bonus? Oh!
Looks like he's going to go for a Creeper to the face.
Yeah, Creeper to the face. Not my choice.
Everyone
of course, he does have a half
own...
Creeper skin.
Oh, God. I don't know why that other Creeper just blew up right there, but that was interesting.
So it all comes down to the victory monument. Both teams have secured all 3 wool. FV Disco getting shot by Sugoi.
I see snowballs
Traslander making his way out.
Let's see where Seth is. Seth is about to make it to the pass-around point. Just as... Looks like Etho may be the one who is able to pick the blocks up.
And believe it or not, those snowballs are hitting, and they smacked Etho a couple of times.
They don't actually push anybody, though.
Yeah, it is just sort of an annoyance.
Alright, I think the red Stealthling has made it to the pass-around point. I don't know if he's already put stuff in or if...
So there's two plans going on right now. The Whiskey Brigade is working on getting up a pillar, basically, so they can throw an ender pearl. And it seems like the Redstoners, basically at this point, are going to either try to get themselves an ender pearl, which it doesn't sound like they have done yet.
They
Either
just
that,
did.
or they'll
Was
finish
it over the edge?
Nice.
It went over the edge. They just killed one.
I think they should just finish their bridge.
It's right there,
I mean,
Spiral.
they're 8 blocks short. And they can...
At that point, pillar.
Yeah. Wait, I see a snowball being targeted. So they may have an ender pearl and are ready to use it. And Seth is falling out of the world to get up to the upper lane.
To get to the upper lane, yes.
Pre-print Etho. He survived.
And he fell out of the world twice, which means he probably nervously... Oh, he had to destroy his bed.
Oh, yes. Alright, so Goya and Rixiot both right here. Traslander as well. They're all converging. Now this is a very well protected, built in advance spiral. I mean, they can actually really make a good push right here.
Yeah, and if anyone ender pearls up, they're going to be weakened, and if they're up there with arrows, they can just kill them before they can place all 3 wolves down.
If somebody else comes up and starts shooting as the wool runner heads up,
There, the way everything looks now, it just looks cobbled together with every single block, any block they can get their hands on.
oh yeah, don't you love the piss? Oh,
I just saw a tree get
made
planted.
a tree. Yeah. Pine tree get okay. Well,
What
Traz.
happened?
He just
Traz just grew a
tree.
pine tree.
Alright, I'm gonna wager Seth is getting ready to do the pearling. He was the one who was practicing the pearl, the ender pearl positioning, etc. But I mean, you've got this right here.
Oh, a pearl just went up. Segoya's up top.
Oh.
Does he have
Segoya's
supplies?
up top.
Blue is down.
Blue.
Yellow is
2.
down. Red is
Oh,
down.
there it is.
It's over.
Whiskey Brigade wins.
It is over.
Wow.
Oh, and cannon shot off.
He wanted to get that cannon off.
Whew.
Jeez.
To stop them right there. That was truly an excellent game.
That was really good. They were close, too. That was very close.
Oh, yeah. This map is
Just
beautiful.
wow. Isn't it?
You guys just want to do a, instead of like pulling one person
Let's
in
just all
from
go down
each,
there, yeah.
both these people, yeah, let's just all go down there.
Invasion.
Invasion Force, activate.
Maybe they're all on the... We have to drag them down.
Yes.
And, alright, we'll just start dragging people.
Close.
Greetings.
Hey guys.
Greetings.
That was
Hello.
amazingly close.
We were
What up,
so
baby? What up, baby?
close. We were probably like 2 minutes away. We had an ender
Yeah.
pearl. Like
Yeah.
I had all the wolves. I knew exactly what I needed to do.
I'm actually curious why you guys try to, go for the interpros when you have this almost entirely complete staircase. It's like 8 blocks short. Sad face.
I mean, it wouldn't have really mattered because we just got the wool back exactly. Like, we had to go in that direction, and going up the staircase with them shooting at us. I think the ender pearl would have been a more surefire method of getting that stuff there, but... Ah, very close.
Wow.
Good job, guys. Congrats.
Yeah,
Thank
good
you.
game.
Thank you.
That was... it's pretty intense.
in so much trouble for you guys getting to the red button. Both
Yeah,
things, actually.
that's where it was, right there. That's where the match was decided.
Not the red button.
I was wondering, I was like, holy shit, he's moving really fast.
Yeah, I guess if we did it again, we probably would have focused more on end pearls, and that worked pretty well. But yeah, we had a lot of problems with resources. You guys did a great job. Great job depriving us of that, keeping your diamond armor and stuff.
It wasn't evident until the end, though.
Yeah.
We really ran out at the end there.
Sitting
we were
there
out
in
of
their
bows.
diamond armor.
We just ran out of bows at the end. We had strain to craft more, but still.
When
No, that was Trez. He came over there.
Whew.
did you use a ladder?
Awesome screen. That was almost 2 hours, I think.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I can't believe it went on that long. I mean,
I
at
can't.
the same
That
time, I
map is
can.
insane.
Yeah, it's not long in terms of number of chunks from one end to the other, but because it's like 3 times longer than it looks as far as linear space you need to traverse.
Yeah.
Well, was it interesting to watch?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
You worn out.
That map
Do you
is
need a
evil.
nappy?
What was that,
Whiskey
Ethan?
Brigade.
That map is so evil.
Yeah.
It was
I
worse.
I thought
it was worse.
I thought Vex wanted me to die in a fire, but
It's evil just for
Jeez.
you.
Yeah, it was specifically designed to be evil, apparently, for both the teams.
Yeah.
It's not bad when you're running it just solo one team, but when you throw in that other person,
What's that say, if you know on my booty dance or something?
Oh my. Oh yeah. I mean that's because it's Disco's fault.
I do want to point out, Etho, I was purposefully pain looping to waste your arrows.
Pain looping?
Suiciding.
Yep.
About that.
Because
Oh.
it was
Doing
leather
the same
versus
thing
bow
over and
arrow.
over, even though it results in your death.
Yes, because we
I
had
was really sad when you guys got
See a
armor.
tree.
Yeah, see
Bye,
a
tree.
Thanks for playing.
They didn't blow it up. I gotta go down there. I was just trying to distract you guys long enough for them to gather the armor supplies.
Yeah, I saw them getting it, but I just couldn't stop them.
It was kind of funny, actually. I heard Jakash saying that right after I heard Seth say we need to focus on Jakash and make sure he does not make any progress. So it was kind of like I had confirmation from Jakash as saying I'm trying to distract them from
That's weird though.
focus firing.
In my experience, most like making progress in that lane is the time-consuming part, and that's the one where you don't want to be dawdling around.
You guys had another guy ahead though, right?
No,
I
it was
had-
just Jakash, right?
Yeah, I had already accomplished more than half of blue with water elevators, so I wasn't too worried about getting time-consuming. But when I was going through the obsidian layered area, I didn't know it, but there was a spider that was preventing me from placing blocks, so when I went up there, as soon as I jumped, I got knocked off the world with my set of diamond armor.
Yeah. Well, man, I had a lot of problems placing ladders on just like normal walls. I don't know why, but I wasn't even like in the same block, and the ladder was just disappearing after I placed it.
Oh
I got
yeah.
quite a lot.
Who did I catch on the ice? Knocked him off the world.
It wasn't me. I don't think I died.
I think
that
that was Tree.
Other than suicide.
Who was it in the I think it was FV Disco who I killed in the first wall, and he fell off the world. I was just like, yes, 1 diamond armor down!
Yeah. Oh man, a lot of things. If a lot of things had gone just a little bit different, I think we would have had a good shot at it. It was just,
You
It's
did have a
very
good
close.
shot. It was a close
Yeah.
game anyways.
yeah.
Are you still scared of us, Seth?
Nah, I love you guys. You
Alright.
guys are great.
Wait, you love who?
You guys.
He loves your eyebrows.
Yeah, there we go.
What do you mean by you guys?
What do you mean, you guys?
You people.
Hey, now.
Oh, Rixia just wants Seth to say his name.
I'm not your buddy, friend.
I'm not your friend, pal. Rixiot. I love you.
Oh yeah.
And those glorious eyebrows.
Oh yeah.
Come here, let me see him. Stop moving.
Oh man.
I actually
We
have
should
the.
He posted his first YouTube video. We're all doomed.
Are we
Yeah, I
able
saw that
to,
one.
how about we line up just like the poster did at the very end here?
Oh yeah, I love it.
Oh, it was.
Put a little lava fort in the middle?
Can we do that?
Who is it? Etho, Seth Bling. Oh, they all left. What the fuck?
What?
Tree left.
No, they're already gone.
Where's Disco?
Disco hasn't been here since we got
yeah.
teleported here. He just disappeared. Even when you were blaming
That's
him.
it. I'm done.
He's in a different mumble room right now.
Just
Aw.
rage,
I'll grab
just
him.
rage chatting.
Move
Can you
him
get
over,
him?
guys.
Yeah, I couldn't get moved over at first either, so I was like, what? They're all
FV still
being
there?
nice.
There we are.
Yeah.
Where'd you go, man?
Hey.
I was moved to the lobby straight after the game.
Oh.
Oh, sorry.
Someone misclicked. Aw.
So, wait, Forever Alone? Is it because
Oh,
you
I
blame the
feel
game
bad
on
for
him?
Oh, well, it's his fault, so that's why we blame the game on him.
Oh,
You put him in the corner.
I'm kidding. But
that
yeah,
was
it's
so
Disco's fault.
epic, so close. It was an amazing match.
Yeah, thanks for playing, guys. That was, it was really fun. I really liked this format where you have the 24 hours beforehand, and it's not necessarily something that you can do that often because it's just hard to get everyone together for that long amount of time. But it was really cool, like being able to explore the map and like having that time pressure, knowing that you can't perfectly optimize it, and then still like. Being able to live stream that was really cool. I think a lot of people got a glimpse into a process that you don't necessarily get a glimpse in normally. And
Do they understand the terror now? Because it's the amount of stress is just obscene.
2.5 months of Race for Wool tournament is brutal, I swear.
get a little break now.
Yeah.
Pour
It's hard,
yourself
especially.
a glass of whiskey.
Oh, Etho, now I get to troll all your fanboys, so expect to see me
Oh,
in the
yeah.
videos.
They're gonna greet you.
Can you just imagine the infamy? Oh,
Oh man.
my eyebrows will be hated and feared. I'm so happy right now.
You don't just kill Etho.
I don't think they
Yeah,
could hate
it's,
someone with a smooth jazz voice.
A lot of things will. You should advertise your YouTube channel so they can find you. You'll have lots of lovely messages in the next 10 minutes.
I'll have so many dislikes.
We actually concluded it's just pause.
No, I got a lot of stuff too. I don't know if you remember that.
Was anybody
what?
else on
Wait,
the
what?
Minecraft server watching this?
During that one race rule we did where
Oh yeah, you did get a lot of bad
I got...
comments.
Oh, it was... A lot of private stuff too that was terrible.
Go on.
Someone
Not
suggested...
that kind of terrible.
No, someone suggested
What
I
about
be,
Tress?
I be raped by a bear. That's...
That may not be as unpleasant as you'd imagine.
Gracie, yeah, we have to have a talk.
Seriously.
Hey, all I'm gonna say, man, is when a bear is hungry, he'll eat, okay?
I have heard that line before, and you've used it in a whole lot of different contexts.
It's contextually beautiful, because it's just such a pretty phrase.
Yeah, okay. Moving on.
This is starting
Alright,
to sound a
guys.
lot like our practices.
Alright guys, I streamed for 12 hours yesterday and like, what, 5 hours today? I think I might be ready for a little break.
It's not
Oh,
bad.
Yep.
Don't forget your 3
Oh
hours
yeah,
tomorrow.
also
tomorrow.
3 hours. Also 3 hours tomorrow. 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern time for those of you watching who want to tune in. But
Oh, am I... is that for Tom's tourney?
that
actually-
is no, that's for the open house tomorrow,
Oh,
or a Race Roll 101 Masters classes tomorrow, and I'm going to be teaching one of the classes too.
Aw,
Yeah.
yeah.
Although there is
I thought that was today.
Oh, yeah.
No, well it's both days. Both days.
there is a Tom's Tourney match tomorrow that you guys might want to think about streaming. It's going to be Cubis versus Elite Four. They had to reschedule because
Ooh, that does
this
sound
match
pretty
was
good.
rescheduled.
What time is that at?
I believe they have it set for 7:30 Eastern, but I'm going to be on a train to Arizona, so you're going to have to check the
All right,
board
well,
to
I
make
might do
sure.
that. Yeah, I think I have a message from Tom
Yeah,
anyway, so
I
can
may
check
as
it.
well, but I might be busy because I'm actually flying to Seattle on Monday for a couple days.
Oh, Seattle, you say?
Yep.
That's where I live.
I want to go.
Some of you all might be interested in, Whiskey Brigade is setting up some rolling Race for the Wool servers that'll switch through different maps every now and then. It's currently an experiment, but it's going to be like an open public thing, like pvp.oc.tc.
Why would you say that? Just say that.
You advertised the wrong thing there.
No,
Bear's gotta eat.
Yeah, like that. So they're gonna check
I'm
that.
saying that
whatever that is.
I'm saying.
All right, guys. I'm gonna take off. Detroit, if you got a couple extra hours while you're in Seattle, feel free to say hi to me or something.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I have a friend
Okay.
I've known for like 20 years that lives up there, but if I
Okay.
can't schedule something with him, maybe.
Okay.
Detroit,
Sure,
we
whatever.
should sing a duet.
No.
I gotta go. Gotta go.
Okay, you didn't have to sing. You
See
would
you
just.
guys. Take care.
I'm gonna go too.
Etho and Disco
Thanks
and
for playing, guys.
See you guys
Tree and
later.
Extensia,
was a
thank
lot
you
of
so
fun.
much for coming back and
Yeah,
playing
it
with
was
us.
fun.
We're just
And
while you're
thanks
in
to
Seattle.
Whiskey Brigade. All you
Smells
guys.
like
Great
I
match,
have to go
guys.
to the bathroom.
See you
Yep,
guys.
see you guys later.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Seth.
See ya.
Bye, Etho.
And
Can't
bye
wait
to
to
my
watch
stream.
this match.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Yep, that's the end of mine too. Gonna take a break.